Hey friends, welcome to A Little of It All. My name is Taylor, and on this channel we mainly do cash stuffing and budgeting videos, but don't be surprised if you see a video pop up on maybe travel or cooking or candle making or maybe makeup, because I do love a little of it all. So today is my first video ever on YouTube ever, but on cash stuffing, on budgeting, on my whole system. I don't actually have a paycheck to stuff today or to budget, but I thought I would start out by just showing you our system, how we have laid things out, the supplies that we're using, the budget setup that we have, and just kind of our binders that we have got going, the stuff that I've made, the stuff that I've ordered. I do have an unboxing video coming that I filmed yesterday, just to show you guys our breakdown and just to explain why that we're doing the way that we're doing. It is a little bit different from some of the other cash stuffers that I've seen out there, mainly a lot of them, and that is because we are saving to buy a house this year. So really all of our extra cash is going towards like certain things that we're saving for that house. And then once we buy a house, then we are going to expand our binders and our sinking funds and things like that. So if you will join me on our journey to save for our house and then expand our binders and our sinking funds, I would love that. I would love to have you. It would be my pleasure. So if that's something you're interested in, if my channel is something you're interested in, I would so appreciate it if you would like this video, if you'd hit subscribe, and just join me. I'm all about having fun, and we're gonna have fun while we do this. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start with the first thing that I ever made when we decided to do our cash stuffing journey. Also, I edited out my last name. I don't know, is that something that we do on YouTube? I was like, I don't know if I need to. Maybe I do. So I did it. Not because I don't trust you guys, but I was just like, I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. So this is our budget planner. This is like our monthly budget planner. I designed this myself on PowerPoint. I'm sure there is an easier way to do it, but PowerPoint is what I'm familiar with. So that's what I used. So I got on PowerPoint and I was like, okay, how do I need to do this? So this is what our situation looks like. As you can see, I've erased some stuff and tried to go back and rethink some things. After I printed out this beautiful bound budget planner, I immediately thought of at least 17 things that I wanted to change, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna see this through, and I've already made edits to the original copy, and then I'm gonna get those printed off differently next time. So we have it set out to have the month, the check number, and the amount of the check, and then some edits that I'm gonna have is that the date that it was deposited, and then when it should last until, like when our next paycheck is gonna roll in. And so our current categories are, that I've added in, also I'm gonna say the ones that I've added in, are groceries, household, puppy pills, so that's just like their heartworm medicine and flea and tick, puppy food, prescriptions, chiropractor, because my husband and I, we both have bad backs, gas, eating out, us. So the difference between eating out and us is So for us, eating out is just like casual. Like if neither one of us during the week have both worked and we just cannot handle the thought of possibly standing in the kitchen and cooking, and we just want to drive around and get fast food somewhere or run and get a pizza. That's like casual eating out for us. So we'll just pull like $10, $15 from eating out and run and do that. Where us is more of like a fancy date night situation where thought has gone into it, more of a planning. This is more expensive. So that's why there's two different categories here. We didn't want the nights where we are just taxed from the week and can't handle cooking to affect our fancy date nights. So we broke it up into two different categories. So we have casual eating out, fancy us date nights. Then we have like going out with friends. This is what the going out is. Miscellaneous. And then we have a category for Sam's, like the bulk store, so we can save up and go make purchases there. Then we have our wallet categories. We have, each of us gets, we both have wallets. So within our wallets, we each have these categories: groceries, gas, household. Then we have individual spending money, individual eating out money. I have, and he has categories where we will pull from the binder and put money for the binder money. So like when we pull for puppy food or puppy pills, we have a place to put that money, if that makes sense. And when we pull from the us category, we have a place to put that. And when we pull from the going out with friends, we have a place to put that. Just so it's not like floating around randomly in our wallets and like, what was this money for? That has like a designated slot, so we know, okay, this is us fancy date night going out, so that needs to go in that envelope. Then drinks, you know, it can be for whatever you want it to be. Mine is specifically for like the loaded teas. We have lots of loaded tea shops where I live, and I really like those drinks. I don't drink them often or a lot, but I do like to have one or two a month, and so that's what my category is for. Then we have toiletries, giving, miscellaneous, and buffer. So these are our wallet categories. Then we have our challenges. These are our current challenges that we have going on right now. So the only ones that I am actively stuffing are the recliner challenge. Like I said, we are actively saving money for a house, and these are the things that we bought on credit last time that we bought a house. And we were like, this is what we specifically want to have saved for before we buy another house. So we sold our last recliners when we sold our house last year, and so we wanted to get some heavy-duty recliners. This year we have 3 dogs, and our 3 dogs are not kind to our furniture. So we wanted to kind of invest in more of a sturdy brand, if you will, that could handle us and our pups. So we are actively stuffing the recliner challenge right now. Once we hit that max, then we'll move on to the lawnmower, and then we'll move on to the fence. And then we are also looking at 500 mainly, and then 250 and 1,000, but like I said, 500 is what I'm mainly focusing on, and then I just kind of put little denominations in the 1,000 and 250 challenges right now. Then I have the bank info. This is what is most vital to me. This little section right here, this is what keeps me sane and keeps me straight. I don't use this part anymore though, because I made a cash breakdown sheet, but this is how I know the money to leave in the bank, money to leave in the bank and money to take out of the bank. We actually have majority of our bills, they are auto drafted out of our account, and we talked about it and we decided that for right now we are going to leave it that way because we're trying to save for a house. So we were not going to try to focus on getting a month ahead. Now that's something that we will probably do in the future. So right now we're just going to leave everything on auto draft. So what I do after I figure out when the money, when the check is going to be deposited and how long it's going to last, I get on my Google Sheet and I look at the date range that I have all laid out on the Google Sheet, and I see what bills are coming out in the date range for my budget planner for that check. And I just leave that amount of money in the bank for that section of bills so it can be auto drafted out. So then I know I can take out of the bank, you know, I'll just say, you know, $600 or how much ever it is. And I'll have the $600 to divide between these categories. It's not I'm just saying $600, but you guys know what I mean. And then on the back, I have our annuals. I don't have envelopes for our annuals yet. I am hopefully gonna do a video with you guys on making our annual envelopes, but our annuals are Prime, Beachbody. I have a Beachbody subscription, Sam's, Kahoot. I'm a teacher, so I have a Kahoot annual subscription, and InShot. It's the app that I use to edit the videos. I've been practicing editing, so it's the app that I've been using to edit all my practice videos. So this is our budget planner. I do like it. Like I said, lots of changes to be made to it eventually, but it just helps me keep things straight. I've seen so many wonderful cash stuffers that use just, oh, they're just so beautiful, the different options that are out there, but for me, this is what makes the most sense. And so I'll use this for a little while until it doesn't work for me anymore, and then I'll probably get one of those other options. But so this is our budget planner. So I start with this. Then once I have this filled out, I grab my cash breakdown sheet. So I did make this as well. I was going to buy one, but I added an little extra pizzazz over here for me to keep it straight for me. On most cash breakdowns, which there's nothing wrong with that, it just says the denominations and like how much you need in each of the denominations, but I need to know like what category each one of these denominations goes in. So after I fill out my budget, what I'll do is I'll go back through and I'll put groceries, and I'll put the amount for that paycheck right here, and then I'll put like tally marks for each one of the denominations, and then I'll total up my tally marks, right? So then I'll do household. I'll do the same thing for household, and then so on and so on and so on, and I'll do that for each one of the categories that I have filled out for our budget planner, okay? And then at the bottom I come down here and I count up how many 100s I have, 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s and 1s, so on and so on, and then I write the total at the bottom, so I'll know how much of each that I need to put on my teller slip. So then when I come back and I do my cash stuffing and my wallets and my binders, I'll know, okay, grocery is supposed to have 2 100s, 3 50s, 1 10, and 2 5s. And so I don't have to think about it and remember what denominations I had put with each category. So that helps me so much with the cash breakdown, and that's why I decided to just make it and not buy one. Not that I did not want to support our fellow cash stuffers and this amazing community, but I just needed this category breakdown so I could remember what I wanted, how many I wanted for each category. So I have the category here, the cash breakdown here, and then I have my teller slip. I did make this as well because I needed to put my checking account number at the top, because my friends, I can never, ever, ever remember my checking account number to save my life. Can I remember my social security number? Yes. Can I remember my debit card number? Yes. But I cannot remember my checking account number. I don't know why. So I just needed to make it, so I made it with the account number at the top, and then I have, you know, the quantity and the total, and so I can just take this to my sweet tellers at the bank, and I can just tell them I need to make a withdrawal from my checking account, and this is what I need, in these denominations, and they're awesome. They say thank you so much, and they love how organized I am. They get a kick out of I had one girl tell me, she was like, "You're so extra," and I was like, well, thank you. I think that's a compliment. So I did also order a teller slip from Baddies and Budgets. I'm trying to grab it. There we go. I will use this teller slip for my savings account when I need to withdraw money from my savings account. It's so perfect. I normally don't need to withdraw money from my savings account, but when I do, I will just use this slip. I just wanted to support her. I think she's great. There's so many great cash stuffers. You guys are going to see in a minute. You know, I've bought so much stuff recently and from the unboxing, but I wanted to get her little teller slip. So this is my savings account teller slip that I will use. So the next thing that I made, these two things go together. I've honestly never seen this before. I grabbed two by accident. And it's probably because I'm making it way harder on myself than I need to. I tend to do that, but it helps me. So one of the main struggles that I had, and why I didn't want to get into cash stuffing, is because I couldn't understand how to shop at the store. I didn't understand how to make shopping at a store happen. You know, I was like, we have 7 different categories. How am I supposed to shop now? You know, am I supposed to make 5 different transactions when I have to shop for household and toiletries and grocery, and the dogs need something and I need something? I was like, I can't do that. I was like, I'm not going to do that. And so finally I said, okay, let me think about a way that I can make this happen. And for me personally, this is my solution. So let me tell y'all what I came up with. This is my store breakdown sheet, and it's envelope that I made. Okay, so these envelopes, I got 3 of them from Hobby Lobby. There's a pink one and a yellow one and a blue one. So let me show you the sheet first. So the sheet has 2 sides. Of course, same thing with my budget planner. As soon as I made it, I was like, I want to change everything. Well, not everything, but I wanted to change several things. So this is one side. It's grocery. It's the biggest side because that's, you know, for us, the side that has the most stuff, you know, where we get the most stuff. So you write the store here. For me, I just like to keep track of it. The store and the date that you're going shopping. And then on this side, and then of course it's grocery. And then on this side, you have household, toiletries, and then I just have my husband and my name. And then we have our pups and miscellaneous. But, you know, of course you could add whatever categories you needed. So what I do before I make, and this is for like the big hauls. This is not just, you know, we need to run to the store and grab a few items. This is for like the big situations every week or 2 weeks. So, you know, most stores now have apps or websites that you can get on. So what I do, and it does take a little bit of time, but for me it's worth it, I'll get on and I will, you know, I'll write out my grocery list, and I will then get on and I'll type in the item that I'm looking for into the app or the website, and I will see how much the app costs. So I'll write the item down, the amount, and this is where I take it a step further, and y'all can laugh at me and that's okay. I then like take the amount and then multiply the tax in. So then I write down the amount, I write down how many I'm getting right here. So like the item and then like 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then this is where I write in the amount with tax, like the total with tax. And so I do that for all the items that I'm getting for grocery. And then I do that same thing for household, toiletries, all of our items. I look them up on the app. I write down how many of the item that I'm getting. Like if we need, you know, 2 slabs of bacon, you know, I'll write 2 here and then write down the total for 2 slabs of bacon with tax, and so on and so on. And then at the bottom for each of the categories, I add it all up, and then I write down the total estimate for each category, so how much I think it's going to cost, and then I write down here how much I'm pulling from the envelope. So I'll go back and I'll pull from my grocery envelope how much I'll need to cover this amount, and then I'll write down how much should be going back into the grocery envelope. And I'll do that the same thing. I'll add up how much I've pulled, how much, you know, the total should be for household. Then I'll write down how much I've pulled from household, and then how much should be going back to household. Same thing for toiletries, me and my husband, the dogs, and then any miscellaneous items. So then what I do is I've pulled all of the amounts from all of our different envelopes in our binder, and then I take my sheet with my cash, I fold it up, and then I put it in my store breakdown envelope. This is why this is important, is because, you know, no one really knows what this means, and you can't see inside of it because I made the little inserts right here. And I laminated them, and I put my list and my cash inside the envelope, and I take it with me to the store, and then I do my grocery shopping, and I pay, and so far I've always been under budget, and I've always been able to put back more in the categories than I thought I was going to be able to. So it works for me. How I changed this sheet, I took a couple of rows off the bottom here, and I added in like total trip estimate, and like how much I was taking total and how much I thought I should get back total. So that's how I amended this sheet after I printed off like 20 of these. So that's my store breakdown sheet that I use and I love. I have used it several times now and it has not failed me yet. Like I said, it does take a little bit of time to fill out, but for me it's worth it. So that's how I use it. That's what we like, and we're big fans of it. This is my deposit envelope. It's one of the ones that came in the set that I was telling you. I made the little slips to put in there, and then I keep some spare paper that came from my challenges binder, and then I write down like what I need to do, what account I'm depositing into, how much I should be getting back, etc., etc., and then I just pop it in here with a paper clip, and I take it to the bank, and I am good to go. So that is my deposit envelope. I just want to show you guys my cash tray because it's sparkly and I love it. So this is my cash tray. Look how cute this is. I know a couple of other cash stuffers have it, but I'm so excited about it. I love it so much. It's real sparkly and really cute. So I'm real pumped about this. I can't wait to use it. Okay, I want to show you guys my binders real quick and my setup that I have going on there. So this is just like my everyday binder that I have my categories in here, and these are our envelopes in here. So I love it. I love how sparkly the envelopes are. I love like the opal-y, like the iridescent shiny look. It makes me so happy. So this is my everyday binder. Love this. Love that marble look. This is my challenges binder. It makes me so happy with all of the glittery sparkles in it. So this is the recliner challenge that we're focusing on first. These little guys I made, they were fun. I have one for the recliner, and then as soon as we stuff that, like I said, we'll move on to lawnmower. But I made one for lawnmower, and then there's a fence one in there too. But I made those. I thought it was just fun to keep up with because I saw everybody doing like the different challenges, and I knew we were gonna be saving this money anyway. So I was like, well, I want to make it fun. I want to make a challenge. So I just made a challenge to go with it, to kind of make it like fun and different. So that's the recliner, the lawnmower, and the fence. So I have these that correspond with this. So this is my $500 challenge envelope that goes along with this. So I'm stuffing this. So this is my $500 challenge binder. And I just put, you know, the different denominations in here. My plan is, once this gets full, I will pull the money out of here and then put it in my envelope here. And so I can then fill up my binder again and, you know, just kind of keep that cycle going as long as that's fun. And then this is just money that I'm keeping safe. We're taking my in-laws on a trip. They've been really helpful and awesome to us over the past couple years that have been really hard, and so we just wanted to take them on a thank you trip. So we're saving up money for that. This is my $1 challenge that's already pretty full. This is the $1,000 challenge. The reason this envelope still has money in it is because I have not received my binder from it yet, so we'll be stuffing that binder whenever it comes. My $250 challenge, this is its binder. So again, same premise, fill up all the envelopes. As soon as it gets full, I will pull the money out of my quick $250, put it in here, and then start stuffing the binder again. And then this was included with my $1 challenge, so that was super sweet. I did not know she was gonna do that, so that, I just really loved that. I don't have anything in it yet, but I'm just keeping it in the back for something special. So this is my challenges binder. And then lastly, my wallet that I'm in love with. Look at this shiny beauty. She's so pretty. Isn't she lovely? Okay, that's enough. So this is my wallet, and it's real, just exactly what I wanted. It's not a whole lot to it, but this is my extra things, just where I'm keeping some extra cards, my driver's license, that type of stuff. And then in here, you know, of course, the same categories. We've got groceries, household, gas, toiletries. Y'all know them. Y'all saw them earlier, but I just really, really love these envelopes. And you're going to see them in the unboxing, but I just wanted to show them to you now because I just think that they're fabulous. She did such a good job making them. And I'm linking all of this stuff in the description box below. I've got some gift cards back there. So this is the wallet that I'm using. So really like that. Really, really a big fan of this. So I think that's it, guys. That's our setup. that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing it. We're focusing on buying a house. Then once we get that house bought, we are expanding those binders. I've already got so many binders saved on Amazon and in Etsy, on my Etsy page, to get. It's taking all of my self-control not to go ahead and buy them now because I want to, but I'm not. Yeah, that's why we're doing it. That's what we're doing. We're really excited about it. And this is going to be an adventure. Thank you so much for choosing me and choosing to spend some time with me today and clicking on my video. I know that there are so many awesome videos out there, and it means a lot that you chose mine. You're doing great things. Don't give up doing great things. Keep on keeping on. If you'd like to see some more of my videos and just see our journey and see how our house buying goes and what house we end up getting, just follow along, subscribe, and see how it goes. We would love to have you. I will see you guys soon. Bye.